Hello, students. Today I will move to the next part of this chapter, Geography of the World. Okay, so we have just started with this chapter introduction, brief introduction part. Okay, and the continental drift theory in the last class we have discussed. Okay, now you see here next part is a large portion of the earth's surface covered by the oceans and seas, including rivers, lakes, etc., are known as what? Hydrosphere. That means all the water bodies. Okay, these are basically called as your hydrosphere. On the other hand, another part of earth's surface formed slightly above the sea level, it is called as your lithosphere. Okay, that means the land area. Okay, the land area is called as your lithosphere. Now it may be mentioned that both these two large hydrosphere and lithosphere of the earth are not forming two separate clusters. It means hydrosphere are penetrating within each hydrosphere and lithosphere are penetrating within each other through fragmentation of both the units. Of course, all the seas and oceans of the earth excepting the Caspian Sea, Dead Sea and Aral Sea are being linked with one another. All these seas, all these seas and oceans, of the earth, they are being linked. They are being connected with one another, except these three. Okay, Caspian Sea, then your Dead and Aral Sea. But the lithosphere, having surrounded by water from all the sides, remain divided into 4 divisions. Okay, now what are those 4 divisions of the lithosphere? You see, it means the first part of the lithosphere is formed by the continents of Asia, Europe and Africa. Okay, so the first part is Asia, Africa and Europe. The second part is formed by the continents of North America and South America. Okay, then third by Australia, including a large number of islands constituting the continent of Oceania, and the fourth part by the continent of Antarctica. Okay, on the other hand, among the 5 oceans of the earth, which are all interlinked surrounding the continents, the Pacific is located between Asia, North America and South America. These are basically location of the 5 oceans. Okay, so the Atlantic is located between North America and South America, and Europe and Africa. Okay, then Indian Ocean is located on the southeast of Asia, east of Africa and west of Oceania. Then the northern or Arctic Ocean on the north of North America, Europe and Asia. Then the Southern Ocean, the Southern Ocean is on the south of South America, Africa and Oceania. It may be mentioned that a large proportion of hydrosphere, around 57% is confined to the Southern Hemisphere. The Earth, it can be divided into 2 parts, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. So in the southern hemisphere, mostly it is covered with water bodies, hydrosphere. Then on the other hand, a large proportion of lithosphere, 67%, is confined to the northern hemisphere. Okay, so in the northern hemisphere, mostly major part is constituted by land, that is your lithosphere. That is why about 90% of the world's human population lives in the northern hemisphere, because mostly land surfaces or lithosphere is present in the northern hemisphere. Okay, so human beings, 90% of the population of the world population, they survive or they live in the northern hemisphere. Okay, because the southern hemisphere mostly it is constituted by water bodies, hydrosphere. Okay, then the next you see the distribution and characteristics of oceans. So it is not possible to determine the exact boundaries of all the oceans in the earth, as they are all interconnected. Okay, so it is very difficult to locate the boundaries. Okay, we just locate them in between the countries. Okay, because all these oceans, all these are basically interconnected, interlinked. Even then, the spatial extent of the oceans has been roughly fixed for ease of their study. Out of the 5 oceans, as already mentioned, 3 oceans such as your Pacific, Atlantic and Indian are spatially spread to both northern and southern hemisphere. So Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean. Okay, these 3 oceans, they cover both northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere also. Okay, then only southern ocean is located in the southern hemisphere, northern ocean in the northern hemisphere. So among the oceans with respect to the land area or spatial extent, the Pacific is the largest ocean. Okay, and northern ocean is the smallest one. Then although the water surface of the oceans is smooth, their bottom topography is very rugged. Okay, now you see, when you see the oceans, okay, the top layer, it appears to be very smooth because the water. Yes, now the bottom of the ocean, it is not so smooth. Okay, it is rugged. Okay, that means different features are there in the deep inside the ocean or sea. Okay, the way the mountains, hills, plateaus, plains, etc. make the topography of the lithosphere rugged, in the same way ridges, trenches, etc. also turn the oceanic floor rough. Okay, that means in the lithosphere, okay, we can observe hills, we can observe mountains, yes, we can observe plains, plateaus, all these things, yes or no? And that is why our earth, the lithosphere, is not smooth. Yes, it is rugged. Similarly, in the same way, in the deep inside the oceans, okay, there are ridges, there are trenches, okay, which makes the oceanic floor, okay, that means the bottom of the ocean, that is called the oceanic floor, okay, it makes it rugged, okay, rough. Then the average depth of ocean floor is 4,000 meter. We know that from the line of contact of lithosphere and hydrosphere, the depth increases towards the middle of the ocean and different landforms are found there. Okay. Then generally the coast, from the coast to the middle of the ocean and sea, there exists continental shelf, continental slope, then deep sea plain, oceanic cairn, then oceanic ridge and island and deep sea trench. Okay, so all these are there in the ocean. So in fact, the shallow part of the ocean and seas surrounding the ocean is called your continental shelf. So here you can see in the picture, okay, this is the continental shelf, okay, from the coast up till the sea, okay, that is called your continental shelf, okay, surrounding the coast. Then the considerable deep part, okay, and continental shelf, it is narrow, it is not that deep, okay, but continental slope, okay, the next you see in the picture, continental slope, it is a bit deeper. Okay, now you see the considerably deeper deep part after the continental shelf is known as continental slope. Okay, so after continental shelf, the deeper part of the ocean, it is called as continental slope. Okay, after continental slope, there exists a very deep oceanic floor or deep oceanic trench, and a large number of scattered ridges, islands, etc. appear above the sea level. Okay, so after that the ocean becomes very deep and various features, okay, like your islands are also seen, ridges are also okay observed. So all these appear in the deep middle of the ocean. Then among the oceanic trenches, Marina Trench, okay, you can collect the picture of Marina Trench also, okay, collect it and paste it in your copy, okay, Marina Trench or Challenger Trench, okay, their depth is around 11,022 meter of the Pacific Ocean floor is the deepest. Okay, so these are basically different features, okay, which you can observe deep inside the ocean. Okay, and these make the oceanic floor, okay, the surface, the bottom surface of the ocean a very rough one. Okay, it is not smooth. The oceanic floor, the deep inside, it is not smooth. Okay, so that much for today.